Like, wow, girl, wow. Anyway, I think I'm gonna genuinely just, willfully waste my life away. And let me explain. So, I've been going through something mentally. Like, aren't we all at this point? Like, everyone's miserable. No one's special. We all go through things. Da da da. I understand that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the only one suffering. And I know that's probably not really a necessary thing to say for some, but it seemingly is for others. Get off of me. Now, the world is a terrible place. And now I've always been privy to this. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone because I have. It's just, I didn't grow up like a normal person. And so I've always just known like the world is full of evil. It's just a really bad place and like there's rarely any good in it. And every single time I was shown quote unquote good, it was always, it always came with a catch. Like, it was never just good for the sake of being good. It was always good, but then it would go bad. Or it was, like, always good and it came with some, like, shady, terrible deal. You know what I mean? Landon Ricketts. Oh, was that motherfucker. Anyway. So, it was, like, never just good for the sake of being good. Like, I've already said that, right? So, of course, you grow up, you learn that lesson time and time and time, time again. You're going to get used to the fact that life just sucks, right? And you're not really going to believe anything else. So for a very long time, I have known in my heart of hearts, down into my bones, that this world fucking sucks. Okay? But I was also always a conspiracy theorist. Always. Now, not necessarily one of the ones, like, I had limits, okay? I was not a flat earther. I wasn't one of those people who believed, like, for example, I don't believe in the reptilians. I don't believe in the reptilians. I feel like saying, oh, they're reptiles, or oh, they're demons, or oh, they're this, is to try and, like, distance yourself from it, which, like, valid, you don't really want to be lumped in with, like, a terrible group of people, right? What? Like, you don't want to be lumped in with, like, oh, all these horrible people, right? You want to separate yourself, so that makes sense. But at the end of the day, all these bad people are bad people. That's how I view it. I think the scarier thing isn't that they are secretly snakes or lizards wearing human flesh. The scariest thing is that a human, much like yourself, can do absolutely atrocious things. That is where I stand in the whole, like, thing. I'm just saying all that to clarify. I'm not making this, like, oh my god, whatever video. Do I think people can become monsters? Yes. And now, that is more of, like, a psychological and just, like, when you go beyond a level of depravity, yeah, I wouldn't really classify you as, like, as human as the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're still technically a human being, but you are less human than the rest of us because you have crossed boundaries to do things that are completely unimaginable. Moving on. So I've always been a conspiracy person, I've always liked deep dives and mysteries and everything, and I always knew something was wrong with the world. I didn't really love the idea of industry, even when I, quote, wanted to be part of an industry. I love film, but the film industry, the music industry, all these industries, they are evil. They need to be completely dismantled, right? So, when the files come out, when we're seeing things being issued, when we are seeing, if you're in America, like the country being completely torn apart, it doesn't surprise me. And also, I'm a believer in astrology, so I always listen to astrologers who were not love and light. I listened to the astrologers that said, hey, huge shifts are coming and it's going to be really uncomfortable, and no one's really gonna like it when Pluto goes into Aquarius. Like, I didn't listen to the ones who were like, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, we're just gonna have like such a good time. Like, you see that sun over there? You see how bright it's getting? That's gonna be like when Pluto goes into Aquarius. Because we're all going to be enlightened. No, bitch. It was not. Oh my god, girl. I can't believe I'm already, like, where I was trying to be, like in the game, by the way. Definitely not in life. Back to what I was saying. Basically, to make a long story short, I've been knowing what the fuck is going on. I saw this coming. Like, even... Hold on. Do y'all... What? Oh, he's hunching. Never mind, girl. Anyway. So, to make a long story short, I've just always known what's going on. Even ever since I was a little girl, I just had this weird feeling that, like, the future, even though I had an idea for what I wanted for my future, I just had a feeling the future was going to be grim. And maybe that was, like, predictive programming, you know, whatever. Maybe it was just the media I was consuming. Maybe it was just, you know, a Christian's intuition. I'm just kidding. Maybe it was just my intuition. I don't know what it was, but I always knew something dreadful was around the corner, and it happened to be true. Now, you know, we get here. Fast forward to 2026, we get here, and we've had a rough few years as it is. You know, the 2020s have just been a pretty, you know, crazy few years. You know, you had the pandemic, then you had, you know, honestly, I'm not even gonna try and, like, go through all the major historical events of the last few years. Just know it's been crazy and you've lived through them if you're listening to this somehow. And so we get here, I get here, and I look at my life, and my life has changed so much. Like, 2025,
Arthur!
oh my god.
I'm glad I found you. Arthur!
I've not even gone that long.
What? Who has it? Bountymen. I found their camp nearby.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Bill tied up. I'm gonna go take care of it. Come on.
Sloppy Bill.
Yeah, well.
Alright, lead the way.
Coming?
You know what, fuck it. But you see what I'm talking about? Literally every time I go to fucking play this game. Oh, I get cut off, girl. Ooh, I get cut off. You know what?
For a time before they decide to pick up.
Anyway, that was quite ridiculous. You know, literally every time I go to talk and, like, actually get to my point, something distracts me. But moving on. So I've just been thinking about my life and, like, the state of the world, the state of affairs, and just, you know, like I said, I've been going through, like, a depressive episode. I've not really been, you know, feeling that great. Things in my personal life have just kind of been shit, right? And I'm looking back on, like, you know, how I thought my life was gonna go, or how, you know, what I thought would have happened by a certain age, you know, and I do this every time you obviously reach the age you had an expectation for, right? Like, for example, when you say turn, I don't know, let's say you turn 20, you expect your life to be, you know, somewhat together, you expect you know what you want to do, but you know, that's not always the case, and that's especially not always the case for people who have complex trauma, and whatever the hell, we all get it, yada yada yada, blase blase, move on. So, you know, I've just been looking at my life, and I'm like, you know what? The world sucks. I'm tired. You know, all of 2025, I've lost my dogs and my sanity. My fucking dad died. You know, my relationship shifted. And then, you know, there's some weird stuff going on with my living situation that was supposed to be super positive, but now is becoming super complicated. I'm done. I don't care to be great anymore. Like, I don't care. I used to want to do YouTube, right? I wanted to do YouTube. And I've been wanting to do it since I was about 16, 17. And, obviously I'm filming a video right now. I don't mind filming videos. I don't mind recording. But I'm not really gonna put my all in because to me, it's just become kind of like some passive project. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't actually feel like the drive or the ambition to want to do YouTube anymore. It's not my desire anymore. I used to fight so damn hard to just try and record things, but my life was so hectic and so loud and had so many things I had to do that I could never do it. And now that I get the opportunity, to do it, to record and to, whatever, I don't even care anymore. You know what I mean? And like, I love writing. I'm a poet. I'm a fiction writer. I love to write. I want to get back into writing, I think. If I'm going to pour my energy into like an artistic / expressive endeavor, I think I'm going to try and, get back into writing, like fiction writing. I just feel that would be the more meaningful option. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, back to the YouTube thing, I'm going back and I'm looking at all the things I wanted to do. I'm looking back at how I thought my life would go. I am at an age where I thought that I would be in some sort of, maybe I'd be in a relationship that was somewhat serious. Or, I would have my own home and I know what I'm doing with my life, but that's just not the case. And, the more I look around and the more impossible they're making everything, the more I realize that's not going to be the case. Maybe not even in this life ever. You know what I mean? I'm so fucked up. I don't even want to be with myself. And it kills me because I watch all these spiritual people, all these tarot reading people say, oh, you got to fix yourself. You got to heal yourself. You got to do this. And, I was going strong for like a little while there. I was never perfect. But then it just kind of, it's laughable to me because fixing yourself and healing yourself isn't going to get you shit, really. Like, yeah, it's a good thing to do for you. But to sell it as, oh, and then you're going to, be ready for a partner. Like, I know that's ridiculous when I say it out loud. Like, of course, duh, that's not going to happen. But, like, it's the way these people went about it for so long. And now I'm looking at it like, oh my God, the irony. Because now I feel crazier than when I started this journey. I feel crazier than when I started this damn journey. Oh my God. Wait, this isn't Abraham. This is Mildred. Mildred. What are you? Anyway, I feel crazier than when I started this healing journey, this whatever the hell journey. I don't even know what journey I've been on. I done burned the map on some Blair Witch shit. What was it? Josh? Was he the one who kicked the map into the river? Whatever one did that. I've reached that level of madness now.
Fine.
We're fucking hungry, we're fucking tired. What the hell else are we supposed to do
what?
at this point?
I kicked the... I'm sorry, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, but I kicked that fucking map into the creek yesterday. It was useless. I kicked that fucker into the creek.
You know what? Life is like the Blair Witch movie. Really, think about it. We're all in some woods. We don't really know what we're doing. We came in here with a purpose, and then, eventually we get lost, and then we start losing our minds, and we're under this illusion of maybe we'll get found, maybe we won't, and then, weird stuff starts going on that's breaking our minds, and we end up in some house. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let me stop. Oh my God, I'm losing it. But anyway, ciao. We're all in the Blair Witch movies. Crazy work. But, no. I don't know. Like, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I don't really want to do social media anymore. Like, I don't know. And, like, the thought just disgusts me. Like, I'm not saying that I'll never post again or I'll never publish anything. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the damn files. Maybe it's because of how exploitative life has become. Maybe it's because I don't like the idea of being perceived, not because I'm being perceived in public, but because being perceived online isn't just like, oh, whatever. It's so many different things now. Maybe it's because everything feels disgusting and violating now. Like, I don't care anymore. I used to care so much more about putting my work out there. Like, I write poetry all the time, and I wanted to, post it, so I posted my poetry, get some sort of traction, whatever. But now, I don't know, like, everything I feel very disillusioned. I don't want to do YouTube anymore. I don't really want to share anything. But at the same time, it's like, well, I've wanted it for so long, and now I'm finally able to do it. So, what the hell? You know what I mean? Oh my god, this lady, ciao.
Oh, hey, you there. Think you could help a lady out? My horse up and died on me, twisted my ankle something fierce. Think you could give me a ride?
Yeah, sure. Up on.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's
Thank
help this
you.
lady.
You know Emerald Ranch? Mind taking me there?
Sure.
Glad I ran into you. Huh.
Did you see the way we were just booking it? Oh my god.
Losing a horse is hard. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All these women and their horses are dying. I'm starting to feel like someone's poisoning y'all's horses.
Always complaining, but does he do something about it? Man barely lifts his hand to wave the flies away.
I feel like we're about to run off a fucking cliff. Oh my god.
Marriage for me has been nothing but trouble. But Biscuit, he was a fine animal. Loyal, smart, brave. Didn't take no guff, not from no one. Had one of them mountain boys pull a gun on me once. I was riding up near the Dakota and had stopped by a nice warm patch. Must have dozed off, but I wake up and find some nasty piece of work pointing a rusty shotgun straight at me. Oh, we're getting close now. This was kind of you, mister. Please, take this as my way of thanking you. Appreciate it. What a lousy day.
I like that lady, okay? She real sweet, but I just had to get the fuck out of there. I don't want chit chat. Anyway, back to the damn point. Life sucks, everything is terrible. I don't see a point in my old pursuits. And also, like, we don't live in the same world that we kind of grew up in, or I guess that we were promised, even though I don't really know what type of world we were realistically promised, you know what I mean? I don't know. For example, when I was like a really little kid, I thought, oh, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to get a partner, and I'm going to get a normal job, and I'm going to wake up early in the morning and watch the news, and, stupid shit. I was a kid, whatever. Then, when I was a teenager, I was like, oh my god, I have all these passions, and I really want to do these things. I love music, I really want to make music, and oh, I want to make a YouTube channel, and oh, I want to write a book, and I want to have a comic book, and I want to do that. I was super creative, right? And I'm still pretty creative, but I was super creative when I was younger. And then, certain things get punished, whatever. I'm not going to get too into it, whatever. Got beat out of me. So, oh my god. I just realized I was just running poor Mildred.
Sorry, girl.
Oh my god. Poor Mildred. Anywho, I had all these things I wanted to do, right? And then in my early 20s, I got really into fiction writing, and, I was role-playing with some people, and then I was creating OCs, and then, I took a break from role-playing, and I just started writing my own fiction novel, and I was super into that, and then, I got writer's block and creative block, and I got completely burnt out, and, weird things started happening in my life again, and so I couldn't really focus on that anymore. So, you know, we're here. We're kind of, now we get to this point in my life where, you know, so much has changed and I've discovered so much about myself last year. And the world has become just a total, like, unapologetic, loud shithole. To the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't even care to try anymore. Like, what is really the point of trying? Like, and one thing I really learned all of last year is, like, the more effort you put in, the less you get out. Like, I used to put so much effort into, you know, doing my damn chores and making sure I did things right, and it never mattered. I was still a dumb fucking cunt. You know what I mean? Like, it was never good enough. And then, like, in all of my relationships, I clung on, I let go, I gave, I withdrew, I abstained, nothing is ever enough. And it's just like the more I put into set, like, for example, and this is like the dumbest example as well, you know, I would spend 8 hours editing the visuals to a poem. I would post it. It would get 0 traction. A slideshow that I put together in 5 seconds. Oh my god, it goes viral. Like, what? Or like a poem that I don't actually really feel that strongly about. It does crazy. A poem I really cared about that I was really impressed with gets 0 traction. That's what I mean. The more I put in, and, you know, the more I put in, the less I get out. And it just... What am I doing? Like, why am I trying so hard? Why am I... like, why am I gonna follow these passions? And some could say, well, that's a skill issue, bro. That's just you fucking blah, blah, blah. Y'all don't understand. Not all... Here's the thing. A lot of y'all did not work your hands into peeling because you were cleaning with this, and that. Like, I was looking at my hands, right? Because someone pointed out that I have rough looking hands. I never really paid attention to what my hands look like. Let me take a drink. Damn. Anyway. I didn't really pay attention to what my hands look like ever since that person said, oh, do you work with your hands? Do you work a lot? Like, do you work rough hours or something? Or whatever the hell they said. I didn't really realize it, but yeah. And then someone else confirmed, like, yeah, girl, you got rough hands. That's a lifetime of labor, baby. And, like, I'm not saying I'm some, like, oh my god, I work so hard, I'm like this best person, no, but I'm burnt out, and my life has pretty much just begun, and I already want it to end. Like, I'm done now. I don't care anymore. There is nothing for me. The world sucks. I can't buy a house of my own. I can't have kids. I can't have a family. I can't travel. I can't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't care anymore. What is there? The only thing that I realistically have in this life that genuinely, like, is good is my damn video games. The fact that I still have some sort of creativity left in me, and occultism. Like, that's literally it. The only reason I fuck with occultism so heavy at this point is because, like, it's the only, like, constant. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just is. It's like all I have, little bro. It's all I it's all I fucking have, bro. It's crazy work. And then nature. I fuck with nature heavy. I fuck with nature heavy. But you know what? Return me to the earth, little bro. Return me to the damn earth. Like, yo, I can't. And, like, if reincarnation is real, I don't know. I don't know how to achieve further gnosis. You know what I mean? Like, how do I prevent reincarnation? Like, that's how bad it is. I don't want to reincarnate, lowbrow. I'm not like, it's not funny. It's just like, I sound crazy. Oh gosh. I don't know. It's just like, what is the point? What are we doing here? Is there anything to look forward to? Is there any earthly thing to look forward to? Because even, here's the thing, I don't really contemplate what the afterlife is going to be like for me. You know... What?
Calm down. Get out of my sight. I'm gonna shoot you down. I will. Why are you speaking? You're done.
Oh. We want to play this damn game? See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, okay.
Enemy correct?
Oh my god.
This is all you're doing.
My god. Every day. I don't care if I got low honor for that. Y'all just want to start shooting at me. I'm getting so sick of y'all. Anyway. God. Oh my god. Anyway, we'll probably cut that out. You know, cut that out. We don't need to show all that. I'm just kidding. I don't give a fuck, girl. Oh my god. I don't care. Shoot me. Like, girl, I don't give a fuck. Stop getting on my nerves and I wouldn't have to light y'all up. This might be my low honor playthrough. Both in this life. But anyway, back, what was I saying? I was talking about, like, gnosis and everything before some crackhead decided to get on my ass. Yeah, I don't want to reincarnate anymore, little bro. Like, I'm so sick of it. And, like, what earthly thing do we have? Like, what do we realistically have to look forward to? Like, I'm waiting. Most of it, like, I don't know. We all chase greatness. We chase, you know, being the best at something, or having a house, or being famous, or... I don't even know. We just chase and chase and chase and chase. And it's like, I don't chase, I attract. But you're actively chasing things, little bro. Like, you quote, attracting is literally you going after something. Like, I don't care. I don't care if that doesn't make any sense. I'm just tired. And, like, I don't feel like I have... Like, it's not that I feel I lack, quote, purpose, even though... You could say that for lack of a better word. I feel like... I feel like... There's no purpose in playing a man-made game. I don't have a man-made purpose. And I'm not saying I'm some, like, God sent. I'm not saying I have some divine, supernatural purpose. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying, why is it so fucking dark? Oh, I can't see anything, little bro. That's why I hit. You know what? Hold on. There we go. I have to get my lantern. Anyway, and although the moon is now coming out, so whatever. Anyway, I'm not trying to say like, oh my God, I have this bigger, higher purpose. No, I don't care, whatever. I don't think the universe really gives a shit. I don't think God really gives a fuck. If anything, I don't know. I'm not going to get into my waves of what I think God is and what God isn't. But I don't think that it's that deep. I just need to jump in here with a little voiceover. What I'm saying is that I don't think that every human being, if any human being, is really born with some sort of big supernatural special purpose. You know, when you get into spiritual spaces, a lot of people have different opinions on this. You know, you got the star seeds saying, well, I came from, you know, this star cluster, and because I'm from that star cluster, I'm here to do this for all of humanity, and it's me and this selective group of people, and da 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 da. Or you have some people saying like, oh, the purpose of human life is to, you know, do for God. And then you have other people saying, oh, well, the purpose of human life is to learn a bunch of lessons so that way you can break the cycle of reincarnation and go to like the Pleroma, or to go to Nirvana, or whatever the hell. Or you got, you know, you have different reasons and different excuses or whatever the hell for why we're here, depending on the belief system. Me personally, I don't know if I believe that each individual has this like big divine purpose. I think, like, here's the thing. I believe in free will. I believe in fate and destiny. I believe in purpose, but I just don't think it's as big a deal as like a lot of spiritual practices make it up to be. And I feel like when it comes to me, myself, and I don't really feel I have this gigantic like, oh, I'm meant to be a star. I'm meant to do this. I'm meant to save the world. I'm meant to da da da. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel that doesn't exist. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm totally open to being wrong, whatever. But, you know, I feel like we give ourselves purpose. Like literally as human beings, we give ourselves purpose, because a lot of our spiritual beliefs, yes, you know, they exist for maybe whatever reason, but like we write them down. We make the rules. We connect with these things. You know what I mean? Like we interpret them. Life is often about like interpretation. Like, yes, there are facts in life and there are this and that and the third. But, you know, when it comes to something as, you know, what's a good word for it? I don't know, for lack of a better word, abstract, as a life's purpose or for a reason why you're here, I just think that is up to interpretation, and that is up to the individual. Now, if you want to go find a purpose within a group, if you want to find purpose within community, whether it be on a spiritual level or a mundane level, that is fine. Don't let me, you know, rain on your parade. I'm just saying, for me personally, when it comes to this grand, oh, I was born for this specific reason, I don't believe in that shit. You know? Anyway. Yeah, so I'm not saying I have some divine great purpose. I'm not saying I'm one of the quote chosen ones. I don't believe in the man-made capitalistic idea of purpose. Like the whole, oh, if you don't work hard, if you don't hustle, if you're not the great, like at one point, yeah, that worked for some people. Like back in like 2016, 2018, when, you know, it was kind of worth working your ass off towards a goal that like whatever might be profitable. Yeah, that worked for a time. And I'm not saying that will just never work again. but realistically, the economy isn't the same as it was. The entertainment, the social media, whatever, all these landscapes are not the same as they were. So, where the fuck am I, man? I don't know where I am. And I know this came like the back of my hand. Like, that's the scary part, girl. Okay, there we go. Like, I'm not saying that if I, for example, like I say I don't want to do YouTube, but you know what? Maybe I grind and I upload every day and I do whatever. Of course I'm going to get somewhere, but it's just like, it's not going to be the same somewhere as it was in 2018. It's not going to be the same somewhere as it was in, this is probably my favorite thing ever right now. Oh my god! What the fuck? I can't believe it, girl. See, this is what happens. You can't rant and drive. You can't rant and ride. There you go. Like, wait a minute. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, right, yeah, I remember what I was talking about. So, yeah, like, I'm not saying that you can't work your ass off and do whatever the hell you want to do. It's just, like, it's not gonna get you in the same place as it would have gotten you back in, like, a 20... Girl, walk around. Like, come on. We're better than this. Anyway. As, like, back in the 2019, 18, 16, whatever... 17. I don't know why 2017 just gets left out of the conversation. But anyway, you know, the world is different now. The landscape has changed. Hard work is, you know, not exactly gonna pay off. And it's been proven time and time again. So I guess you really do have to work smarter, but how do you work in a system smartly when it's designed for you to fail no matter what you do? It's a class-based system, so unless you're upper class, you're not really gonna win. So, like, you get it. You see how your brain hurts. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what are we supposed to do? I feel like we're just being corralled like a bunch of fucking animals because, well, maybe we are. What the hell is that? It's a big fire. Okay, it's nothing too crazy. Looks like it's just one person. Maybe they'll have some wisdom for us.
Whoa! Stop creeping around. And how about making yourself known first? Go on. Get. Calm down, will you?
Damn it. So, no wisdom there. See what I mean? Fucking useless! I'm just kidding. But you know, I don't know. I'm at this point just rambling. But back to the point of why I even started recording. I'm going to willfully waste my life away. Meaning, I'm just not playing into the man-made, your purpose is to work towards a career. Like, I didn't get to go to college. And now I'm looking around and I realize that a lot of things that people are going to college for, not everything of course, but you know, a lot of things is going to be taken over by AI. You know, everything just seems so useless to me, and I would love for someone to give me some, some hope core or something, because I feel pretty hopeless right now. I don't know, I feel hopeless in my own personal life. I feel hopeless in the world. I don't know. And so I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow and try and enjoy the things that I enjoy, you know, like playing this game, even though I've been running around aimlessly for God knows how long. And yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way forward that is actually realistic. You know? To me, to keep being a rat in the machine and, you know, working like a cog in the machine and just spinning the wheels that are rusted. It just, I don't know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So yeah, I think I'm gonna willfully waste my life away, and then when I get sick of it, well, maybe I'll change my ways, or maybe the world will give me another purpose. Whatever that means, child.
Oh, you again, girl.
I don't know. I'm probably never even gonna upload this anyway, because I just spent too much time rambling. That I don't even know what I was rambling about. I feel like I've just been screaming at a mic this whole time. All for no reason, all for naught, most likely. Because I've been losing my mind a little bit. And ain't nobody give a damn. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. I realized I didn't really record an outro, so I'm gonna do that now. If you made it this long, you know, thank you. I don't know who would be watching this, but you know, just thanks for watching and or listening. I hope that this didn't necessarily ruin your day. I just needed to put these feelings somewhere. But I hope you have a good day, night, or whatever it is wherever you are. And farewell.